Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But look, we aren't just going to read off the scores here. We're looking at this tournament for what it really is, a massive geopolitical and historical milestone. Jointly hosted by the US, Canada, and Mexico, this whole event is literally reshaping the global sporting landscape as we speak. So let's just jump right in, because we really have to start with the absolute biggest story on the pitch right now. I'm talking about the staggering stakes of Lionel Messi's final quest for glory. 20 years, yes, 2 decades after his World Cup debut, the defending champion is back, and everyone is asking the exact same question. Can Messi make history one last time and lead Argentina to back-to-back World Cup titles? 16. Just let the sheer weight of that number sink in for a second. Coming off a completely stunning hat-trick against Algeria in a 3-0 victory, Lionel Messi has hit 16 career World Cup goals. That means he has officially tied the all-time tournament scoring record. He's not just playing out his final chapter here, he's actively rewriting football history in real time. It's just wild to watch. All right, moving on to Section 1, the Old Guard, focusing on France and England's elite power projection and structural dominance. So, France is widely considered the ultimate favorite to win the whole thing. And honestly, when you look at their structural advantages, it's pretty obvious why. They've got the deepest squad in the entire tournament, hands down. They bring unmatched experience, a remarkably strong defense, and an elite attack led by Kylian Mbappe, who, by the way, is already finding the back of the net. They are a terrifyingly complete machine. The real question you've got to ask is, who can actually stop France from lifting the trophy? Right up there alongside them in that top tier is England. I mean, just look at their tactical identity lately. Take their match against Croatia. Harry Kane was on fire, scoring twice in the first half. And even when Croatia fought back, not once, but twice, England just systematically dominated the second half to lock in a convincing 4-2 win. It was a perfect showcase of their squad depth and how they can just dismantle a resilient opponent under pressure. But here's where things get really exciting. Section 2, the paradigm shift. We are seeing Africa's rise totally disrupting the old world order. With the tournament expanding to 48 teams, there's a huge question we need to answer. Could 2026 literally become Africa's greatest World Cup ever? Because African nations are making a remarkably strong early statement across the board. They are proving, without a doubt, that they aren't just here to participate. They are here to compete at the absolute highest level. For example, look at this historic disruption. DR Congo went head-to-head with a Tier 2 contender like Portugal and pulled off one of the biggest surprises of the tournament so far, earning a hard-fought 1-1 draw. That isn't just a great result. That is one of the biggest moments in the country's footballing history. It's a massive statement that the old dynamics are officially shifting. It's a real David versus Goliath scenario playing out right on the biggest stage. And hey, it's not just DR Congo making waves. Ghana delivered a remarkably resilient statement of their own. They locked down 3 crucial points by defeating Panama with a dramatic late winner. But you know what makes this so impressive? What really proves the sheer depth of African football right now? Ghana pulled off this victory even though they were missing their star player, Thomas Partey. Just incredible. And leading this whole charge is Morocco. They are the tip of the spear. I mean, we all remember their historic run to the semifinals back in 2022, right? Coming into this tournament, they've got elite defensive organization and vital tournament pedigree. They have a proven track record of handling elite opposition, which firmly positions them as Africa's strongest dark horse candidate to make a really deep run this year. Okay, let's step away from the football for a second. Section 3, Beyond the Pitch. We need to talk about the socio-political scale of this 2026 mega tournament. The sheer scale of this thing is staggering. The first ever 48-team World Cup. 104 matches spread across 16 host cities in 3 different nations. We really have to take a step back and ask, is this actually becoming the biggest and most influential World Cup in history? Well, the data certainly points in that direction. Seriously, let the magnitude of this number sink in. 281,223. That's the new record for single-day attendance, set on June 16th across just 4 matches. It completely shatters the old record from the '94 World Cup. With average attendance sitting over 65,000 per match, this is well on pace to become the most attended World Cup ever. But look, with massive scale comes massive complexity off the pitch. For starters, authorities in New York and New Jersey are currently investigating complaints about ticket pricing, consumer confusion, and artificial scarcity. On a global level, FIFA is actively and very carefully monitoring geopolitical developments regarding Iran amid regional tensions. And then, on the entertainment front, we're seeing this massive shift to a Super Bowl-style spectacle. The halftime show is reportedly featuring Madonna, Shakira, and BTS. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how those wildly different styles are going to blend together, but it is guaranteed to be beautifully chaotic. All right, let's wrap things up with Section 4, the 2026 prediction. Let's forecast how this geopolitical and athletic spectacle is going to conclude. So, here is our official forecast. We predict France will take home the championship, leaning heavily on that unmatched squad depth we talked about earlier. We have Argentina as the runner-up, and we see England taking third place. Down the board, Morocco will once again successfully champion the continent as the best African team. But there is one historic variable that could completely shatter all of those predictions: the ultimate wildcard. Like we've seen, Lionel Messi is in absolutely outstanding form. If Messi perfectly executes his final chapter and maintains this crazy level of play, Argentina could become the first team since Brazil way back in 1962 to actually retain the World Cup. So, what should you really take away from all of this? Basically, we are watching three massive global forces colliding on the world stage right now. As the tournament marches towards that July 19th final in New Jersey, I want you to ask yourself, will 2026 belong to Mbappe's future, Messi's final chapter, or Africa's historic breakthrough? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll see you next time as we continue to watch history unfold.